Today we're making a prom dress. You'll need scissors, a measuring tape, pins, thread, and 3 yards of white spandex fabric. Here's the lace panel that I used, including the Swarovski Crystals. So I measured out 58 inches and folded it in half, and then separated the front half from what will be the back. And we're making a mermaid skirt prom dress today. So now I'm folding the back half of the skirt in half, which we'll get to after we cut out the front of the skirt. First, we're going to measure out the waist, which is 6.5 inches. Then we'll measure down 9 inches. Put a pin just to mark our spot. And across 8.5 inches, which will be our hip width. Now we'll measure out the waist to the knee, which is 21 inches. And put another pin. Then we will need the knee width, which is 6.5 to match the waist. Now we want the skirt to be 50 inches long. So I'll put a pin at 50 inches. So from the knee to the floor is 29 inches. So we take the inside pin of the knee and go out as far as we can to the edge, 29 inches. I'm trying to figure out exactly how I'm going to cut this thing. So the goal is to have a curve from the 50-inch mark all the way to the edge mark for the 29 inches. Now we will cut the curve. We will also cut from the edge to the knee pin. And from the waist to the knee, following the hip pin to the knee. Now this is the front of our mermaid skirt. Woo! Now onto the back. So the back will have 2 panels, so we're going to cut it in half along the fold. And there's 2 panels because there's going to be a seam straight down the middle of the back. Okay, so first I decided I was going to work on one, but then I changed my mind. And now I have to lay it back flat again. I mean, it's easier to just cut both panels out at once than one by one. So my camera cut off before I got all the way to the end of cutting the back panels out. But for the most part, I'm going to lay the front side of the skirt on top of the back. And then cut it out. So here we are. We're going to be serging together the back panels first. And don't mind me, this is a new serger, so I'm still trying to feel out the tension. Just trying to check and make sure everything looks good. So this is the back two panels, seams stitched together, down the middle. Okay, so you see we have a little gap in the back, so we'll just take it in a little bit in the waist, kind of like a dart, but it'll just be along the middle seam that's already there. So I'm going to pin it and then cut it off and reserge it. Okay, so now we will attach the lace panel to the top. I already previously hand placed on some crystals on the panel, so you may see a little shimmer. Okay, so we're gonna throw some darts around the breast area so that it doesn't keep falling. and that we have a smooth fit. So here's another set of darts from like the middle of the breast all the way down to the waist. It already has the crystals on there, so I don't want to serge it because it'll kind of damage the overall look and the crystals. So I'm just going to hand stitch the darts after I cut it off, the excess fabric. Now I'm trying to figure out exactly how do I want the back. I wasn't really sure after looking at the panel on what kind of design I wanted from the back, but I had an idea. So I used some of the excess fabric that I had left over from the scraps, and I'm going to cut out 3 like little small slabs of 1.5 inches, and I'm going to use it to kind of make like a corset style back, or like a drawstring type thing. So there are going to be 3 of these. 2 of them are going to be used for the strings, and I'll cut the other one in half to use as a bias tape piping sort of situation. And then I'm going to put some wire inside of the piping that I create along the edge, just so that it can hold its form and it doesn't buckle at the top. Now all that's left is pinning everything in place and hand stitching the lace to the skirt and hand stitching the darts. And here's our final product. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment below.